Many games let you claim to be a trucker in space, but in Star Trucker you literally drive an American-style semi-truck through space. Because of my love for truck sims, Star Trucker immediately caught my eye while I was browsing through Steam's most recent Next Fest, which is an event that Steam does a couple of times a year to promote upcoming games and share their demos. Star Trucker's demo takes you through the tutorial of the game, teaching you the basics and letting you do deliveries until you reach level 4. It took me around 90 minutes to beat, but you can probably do it in way less time if you don't crash as much as me. Like in other truck sims, the main gameplay loop is focused around picking up cargo and hauling it elsewhere. But Star Trucker uses its space theme to add on other interesting elements. Right off the bat, I want to compliment this game's sense of style. It reminds me of Cowboy Bebop in how it combines old symbology with highly advanced technology. It really leans on that space western vibe with including things like American road and highway style signs. But the biggest difference this game has compared to other truck sims is 3D movement. In addition to steering left and right, you can also steer up and down as well as roll, and you'll travel forward in whatever direction you're facing. The truck ship, I guess I should call it, has a lot of inertia to it, so getting used to the controls and the way that the truck ship handles took some getting used to, but after a while I thought it felt pretty satisfying. 3D movement also gives you more options for how you want to travel. Where we're going, you don't need roads. You can just fly right to your destination in a straight line. But in doing this, you run the risk of running into bits of space debris. For a safer route, there are space roads or lanes cleared out that you can follow that usually take a more scenic path. I like the risk-reward element this adds, and based on the trailers, I expect it'll be expanded on in the full release with larger and more complex hazards to avoid. And speaking of hazards, in Star Trucker, ship maintenance is really important, and much more involved than in other games. Damaging the ship creates air leaks that you'll need to go outside and repair, or else you'll run out of air in the cabin. You also need to replace batteries around the ship, which individually power certain systems like the artificial gravity, oxygen recyclers, and the magnetic lock that you use to dock and hold cargo, and so on. And these systems can also be turned on and off the back of the ship with this circuit breaker. I like this, as it puts you much more in charge of taking care of your vehicle, as opposed to other games where you just have to go and find a repair station or a fuel station, which you also have to do in Star Trucker as well. But when explaining this game's systems and design, there's an elephant in the room that I feel needs to be talked about. If you play this game for any decent amount of time and you're familiar with other truck sims, you'll start to see some similarities between it and other games in the genre. Many of the gameplay systems here are obviously inspired by American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator. You got more innocent stuff like how the delivery points look and work, but then you also have the way you get rated when you complete a job, or the skill tree, which literally has most of the skill types from ETS2, like hazardous materials deliveries, just-in-time deliveries, fragile deliveries, oversized loads, and so on. All that's really changed is the presentation style, or how the status of your cargo shows up on the screens in the cockpit. It's kind of weird that there's a trailer health bar when there isn't an individual trailer, since you're just magnetically grabbing these containers. Unless the shipping container counts as the trailer, but that just seems like a strange choice. I'm calling it now, all the low effort Steam reviews are going to be like, ETS2 in space, recommended. And to a certain extent, that's a decent meme label. Star Trucker wears its influence on its sleeve. But I don't think it's fair to use this label seriously, as it really discounts what Star Trucker's trying to do. These are proven systems, so I think making minor improvements and changes to them is okay, given that Star Trucker is unique in so many other ways. Like, I really enjoy how you interact with a lot of the things in the cockpit manually. As I've played more indie driving games like Jalopy and The Long Drive, this is something I miss whenever I return to ETS2. It's so much more immersive to detach your trailer or activate a hyperspace jump by pulling a lever rather than just hitting a button on your keyboard. The ability to leave your ship to repair or salvage also has a lot of potential. Although right now it's pretty simple and it wasn't clear to me how the salvage system was supposed to work. Are you supposed to be able to sell these items inside your ship? At least from the demo, it doesn't seem like this is in the game yet. I also hope there are going to be other activities that you can do outside your ship besides just salvaging and repairing. Another interesting inclusion is the CB radio. The Steam page says you'll be able to use it to talk to other NPC truckers, request docking permissions, or send out an SOS. But in the demo, it was only implemented in a pretty minor way, letting you talk to some other truckers one time. But of course, this is a demo, so we'll have to wait to see more. I'm also excited about exploring the rest of the map. In the demo, there are just 4 star systems you can access using a system of stargates, filled with various stations and facilities. Judging by the in-game map, it looks like the release game is going to have about 30 to 40 systems. Another thing I noticed while looking at the map screen was this information about each system, which makes me wonder if certain systems have different environmental effects. I did notice that on the truck ship there are different buttons for climate control. It also lists commodity prices, which is kind of like something in Elite Dangerous, which is an improvement over other trucking games where it isn't as easy to track the trends going on elsewhere. Narcotics are also one of the options for cargo that can be tracked, and there are police robots that scan you as soon as you enter a system, so I imagine we'll have to check what types of cargo are illegal in certain systems and plan our jumps carefully with that in mind. So yeah, I think that Star Trucker has the potential to be one of the next big truck sims, building off of the systems inspired by the SCS truck sims. That's all I have to say about Star Trucker for now. I don't want to talk about it too much before it comes out, which is supposed to happen sometime this year. So I guess I'll give you guys an update on what I think of the full game whenever that happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, just do all the YouTube stuff. It really helps me out. See you on the next one. Bye.